The real NV87, the blind NV87, the NV87 who doesn't care what the screen looks like. Good morning. It is Thursday. I went to vlog about one thing and another happened. I'm watching the news, and this thing I told you
Facebook that led him to Mount Scott and this house on Southeast Lexington Street. Behind the fence was Melvin's property, among other things.
Real shady. I mean, I kind of felt like Melvin P.I, for a minute, just doing all the investigating and, following up on tips.
What you gotta do, you gotta get your stuff back.
Melvin called police. Officers helped him recover his trailer. Then they called several others whose property they found, like this John Deere Gator.
It's not necessarily in the shape that we had left it in, but it's nice to get it back.
Travis McLean works for Dennis's 7Ds. He says someone stole the Gator from their construction site at Willamette National Cemetery.
I don't know how long he's been snatching stuff up, but there was quite the variety of stuff. There was a line of people taking stuff home when we got here. Hey, we really appreciate it.
Police tell us they're investigating the case, but haven't arrested anyone. Melvin's just glad so many others got their valuables back, too.
If you're a thief, it doesn't pay, to try to do people wrong because it'll catch up with you sooner or later. Karma catch up with you every time.
Or Melvin will.
Melvin P.I.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.
I love that. A lot of lessons in this 4:30 a.m. Thursday newscast. I like it. All right, coming up, we've got your full forecast with Rod Hill.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't even know that I'm ready to get up yet, but I woke up early enough to watch this part of the news, and I heard that hot dog cart story. I'm like, ooh, not only am I interested in that story, I even did a YouTube video about it. Let me find out what happened. He got his stuff back. I am so happy that he got his stuff back. Not only because now I can throw out a new YouTube video saying, hey folks, I said, hey, if anyone sees this, let's do something about it, or I'm not even sure what the call to action was that I put out there, but we can relax now because it was found. It's not just about that, though. It's about, individuals, self-employed individuals who are just trying to make money because they need it to make ends meet, or because they have the same desire that I do, just to live comfortably and not have the first question that comes up when a desire comes up be, oh shit, can I afford that? I mean, I know people that say it has nothing to do with how much money you have. Yes, it does. Because if the money's not there, you're either going to go into debt trying to make it happen anyway, or not let it happen because you can't afford it, or be a low-down, understandable desires, but you go about it in all the wrong way, thief who steals everything under the sun that belongs to everybody else, planning to sell it, or you find a more legitimate way to do it, I would hope. All these people want to do is make money. Legitimately, legally, ethically. And my heart goes out to these people. At the same time, of course, I created a video, or a part of a video, that I'm still out there trying to edit. I actually started that last night and then knew I was gonna, fall asleep. In fact, I might have even fallen asleep in my computer chair. I'm like, let's just stop this for right now. I don't know if that video's gonna come out or not. Anyway, whatever I do with that video, they're just trying to make money, and my heart goes out to them. On the other hand, my heart also goes out to the customer, which I just was, who is looking for these services, but doesn't have buttloads of money to spend on these services. Actually, yeah, small, individually owned, not 2, 3, 10 individuals getting together and creating a whole company owned businesses. There's a difference between individually owned and 3 or 4 individuals creating a company and charging people out the ass. I can get into that in a separate video. The point is, individually, one person owned And the one person might have an assistant, or they might enlist family members for help. They may not do it all their own, but the point is, it's still a small enough business that the person charges a reasonable amount, as in, okay, I know I need to make money, but you don't have shitloads of money either. I get it, and I'm okay with that. And I'm only going to charge you something that even your budget, to the extent that you have a budget, can make it work. As opposed to, well, here's a payment plan. In the end, it's going to be a shitload of money, but if you want it bad enough, you can make it work, and we charge that kind of shitload of money. I've dealt with both, and I know which one obviously is easier for me to work with. And really, my heart goes out, I guess, the most to the people who understand that the disadvantaged little guy might want their service but don't have buttloads of money to sacrifice to get their service. I want to put out an all-out positive message about blindness, but I also want to acknowledge that we do have our problems, and we do have... I don't like the whole, oh, poor me, I'm blind, I can't do anything card, but the truth of the matter is, there are issues about blindness, and there are issues about blindness, meaning you who can see, for example, can just hop in your car with your printed this and your printed that and do things. I can't. I can do the task, but it's way more challenging, maybe. It takes a lot more emotional energy, it takes a lot more effort than it does for you, because you can just hop in your car and drive to where you want to go, whenever you want, wherever you want. And your biggest driving concern is, am I driving legally, and am I going to get there in one piece because the idiot in the other lane just switched over and he's driving like a butthead. And I mean, and I'm not saying that that's not necessarily stressful. I'm just saying you, sighted lady, can do it a lot better than I can. Good morning, I'm vlogging today. It's Thursday, and I'm gonna go to WalGreens today. One thing that I'm gonna get at WalGreens, assuming they have it, is Kiss Balm. I tried it for the first time last time I went to WalGreens, which was Sunday, but I didn't get what I really wanted. What happened was, I didn't take advantage of a great deal when I had it. Last week really would have been the time to do this, but I wasn't really in the go grab a deal spirit at the time. I get there Sunday. I tell the shopper I'm looking for Kiss Balm. They do not have anything except exfoliating Kiss Balm. Most people know what exfoliant and beauty this, beauty that means. I don't. I just heard about Kiss Balm through a YouTube video, and I thought, what is that? So I Googled it, and what I read on Google made me want to try it. It looked like potentially chapstick, or the truth is, I once found a lip balm that I really liked, but I can't find it anymore. It probably still exists, but I don't know how to get it. I don't know what it was exactly. I guess I found the next best thing, but I was like, is this Kiss Balm what I'm looking for? So I decided, let me go try Kiss Balm. Well, I get there on Sunday, try to get Kiss Balm. I slept on the deal last week. Now here we are at the beginning of this week, and they do not have anything except exfoliating Kiss Balm. I'm like, okay, well, I'll try it. I've tried it. I'm probably not going to even finish this whole thing. I'm putting it on now for potentially one of the last times. I don't care for this stuff. It feels like I'm rubbing like a sandpapery probe on my lips. I don't like it. I need to try just the regular Kiss Kiss Balm, not the exfoliating one, because I've already tried the exfoliant, don't like it. If they have a different flavor than what I want that does not exfoliate, I'll take that one. Or ideally, they would have what I want to try that doesn't exfoliate and is that flavor. But yeah, lesson learned on exfoliating Kiss Balm. Another thing I'm having to kind of learn is that it's not necessarily a waste of money if I try and don't like it. I recently spent a whole bunch of money finding out that I want to like a particular thing, but the truth of the matter is I really don't like it as much as I'd like to. It's not working for me as well as I'd like it to. And as unfortunate as that is, that's a really expensive lesson to learn. Expensive in terms of money, the bank account. But I'm looking at it this way. It wasn't a waste of money. Maybe it was, but I'm trying not to look at it like that. It makes me feel icky when I think about what kind of money I put into that and what I could have done with that money if I still had it. But I'm trying to think of it as not a waste of money, but that's the money I spent learning that, okay, going all in on the Mac is just not going to be something that I do. I wish I was younger learning these lessons, but you know, you got to start somewhere. And like I've said before, supposing my life might be about half over, which maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but let's make the next half the best half. If it is half over, I mean, if I die after if I have twice the amount of life I have lived this long. If I live another this amount of time and then pass away, that is a pretty good run. I've heard of people living longer. Of course, I'd like to be one of those people that lives pretty darn long. I would certainly be happy if my life was, say, a bit under half over. But if it was half over, I still wouldn't, you know, they would still look back at my life and say, well, she had a pretty nice run. At least as far as age is concerned. As far as experiences, well, there are definitely people that have had it worse. But I could have had it better too. And now here I am, just wanting to live what's left of my life. Like I said, the second half potentially, or if not the second half, leading up to the second half, whatever. You know, I don't know for sure how long I have to live. No one knows for sure how long they have to live. But like I say, let's make the next half the best half. That's kind of the way I'm going into life right now. In case you're wondering, where did all this come from? No, I'm not looking at potentially being ill, like life or death ill. What I'm looking at is the big ones coming up. It is November now, and just under 2 weeks away, you guys, is my birthday. The big one's coming up on the 19th. So, you know, you get a birthday, you kind of look back on what's happened so far, and you're like, well, in my case, I'm like, there's definitely things that happened that if I could turn back time, I would make it so that didn't happen. God, are there? But I also have a lot to be thankful for, because as difficult as even some aspects of my life were, there are kids in this world that, even though my childhood wasn't exactly a bed of roses, not even it had as many thorns as other kids. And that hurts my heart. When I think about kids that are literally physically abused, I just want to... I'm not necessarily going to start a foundation for kids. I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. that may end up being laid on my heart later, but when I think about those kids that literally physically not only live in fear like I did, but what they are afraid of is not being shamed or told they're wrong or criticized or lectured forever about why religiously this is or isn't right. They literally fear being injured by their parents, or their parents either died or weren't around. I had one of both. And they ended up in the foster care system. First of all, they never know when they're going to have to move next to a different home, different situation. Secondly, even if they are stable, what good is stabilization when their foster parents or their guardians or their whatever don't give them the chance to be themselves? Because not only do they lecture them, we're not just talking about emotional abuse here. We're talking, like, literally physical abuse. When I think about that, it makes me want to just hold those little kids and kiss them and tell them that they don't deserve this. And then call the police on those powerful grown-ups because they are using their power in the wrong freaking ways. All that to say this, I've got a lot to be thankful for because I didn't go through that stuff. I went through, like I said, I had problems, but my problems compared to some kids' problems, God love them, were pretty mild. But now here I am, grown up, just now learning about things that some people probably should have known by now. Some people probably did know by now. But wanting to take what's left of my life and make it good. Am I making any sense at all? This is how my videos end up having to be split up before they even start. Because I sit here and spend literally an hour yakking. I sit up here and ramble and rant, and I know what I want to do today, and I know what I want this video to be about. But by the time we get, God knows what time it is now as you watch this video, as in, God knows when you look at your time tracker what time we're at right now. How is it that a video with a title, Yawning My Way Through This Video, gets 14 views in like a month? Less than a month. Probably one of the biggest bores gets 14 views. Alright, so I got lucky. I don't have to deal with door-to-door transit today. I got my preferred ride service to take me to WalGreens, actually. They will take me other places than work, as long as they're available. And I wish they were available on the weekends, but they're not. But I'm glad that I have them to take me today. I have a spend 30, get some percentage off thing that expires on Saturday, I think, so I want to use it today. And with the one thing that I want to stock up on, those things I just don't like to run out, and I almost ran out a couple of weeks ago or last week, so I want to maybe buy one every time I go, a package of that stuff. Private item that I never talk about. But that is expensive anyway. That if I wanted to, I could spend $30 just on that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get one of those, a couple of other items. Like I said, I want to try the Kiss Balm. I'm assuming that they have more now. I just did WalGreens shopping, and I didn't vlog a second of it. Actually, not much of that was vloggable, but well, that depends on what people call vloggable. Looking back on that, I wouldn't have vlogged that, but Okay, we are at home, and I'm going to lock this door, first of all. Then I'm going to do a WalGreens haul and then call my silly door-to-door transit for tomorrow before I end up taking an Uber, because I never called door-to-door transit and they ain't coming. That's what happens when you don't call for something. It never happens. So, what did I get today? Pizza. Lost out on the deal from last week, but it's just something that it can't hurt to have. Kind of thing you got to make room for in your freezer, but it's worth it. Because, you know, you're paying for the convenience of having, well, I mean, admittedly I haven't tried it yet, but is the convenience of having it cut up worth 20 bucks? When I can spend 21 bucks to get 3 pizzas, that's like enough to last 3 weekends, literally. Paper clips, because if I'm going to get into couponing again, I need to be able to put like braille labels on coupons, and you don't want to put the kind of sticky labels that I have on coupons. You want to put like removable labels on coupons. This is not going to work for a coupon bag, really. I'll make it work until I can find something better, but I need something better. Anyway, other than that, we have private stock-up item, we'll just call it that. Kiss Balm, let's hope that... As a matter of fact, let's open that now and see if it's any better than the last one was. If it feels any better going on, what I think of it. Come on, cardboard, split. They didn't have the flavor that I was thinking about getting. I wonder if they're going to carry the flavor that I was thinking about getting. But, oh, that feels so much better than that other one. No roughness at all. Just feels like you're putting on lipstick or chapstick. That's what I want. And on that note, I'm going to call this a vlog. Thank you for watching. Please follow me on Twitter, or if you must, on Facebook. Check out the description below for services and petitions that I believe in. And I'll see you in the next video when you hear what I have to say.